Today I'm talking about Exer Gale VR on the MetaQuest platform. This has been out for a while, early access. It's free, you can go grab it right now. But they are launching this premium service where it unlocks extra levels. These guys sent me this key, I'm happy to review it. And they were kind enough to send me extra keys. And so I'm gonna be giving away a bunch of game keys during this video. I hope you guys will join me on the hunt for this. For instance, that's one key. And you'll find multiple keys throughout this, and down in the description, I'm going to tell you whether or not all the keys have been found. So if you're plowing through this looking for keys, read that description first to make sure that they aren't all found. So right up front, the differences between the free version that you get and this paid version, it's pretty big. It's worth it. The maps they've built, it amounts to quite a bit of real estate. Now what this game is, kind of feels like Flight Wing 64. Like it's this thing where you glide, you fly, and you're meant to hit these targets. And if you spent any time in Pop 1, then you understand the physics of sticking out your arms and gliding forward. But this does a bit more than that. The fact that you have wings, if you look at your left and right arms, you have feathers sticking out of them, so you flap up and down to rise or fall, or if you just want to dive bomb to the ground, and that function works really well. I mean, right off the bat, even entering the tutorial mode that they have, it's clear that it's pretty fluid. It works really well. The maps that they've built and the way that you interact with like these multiplayer portals, entering and exiting these different universes, I guess, these worlds that you enter through a portal to interact with a new map. It's all cool. It works well. And I actually really like it. I really like just going as high as you can, right up until they stop you and reset you, which is kind of a bummer. What are you gonna do? And then just free falling and gliding and making your way around all these different paths and collecting these stones and diamonds and breaking records and even competing with friends, just flying around and trying to get a better time over the person you're flying with. It's cool. But at the end of the day, the most fun I had was just exploring, flying around, going through different caves and getting as much altitude as I could and then doing something with it. And so if that's you, I think that you'll like it. Personally, it's not my type of game. It's not the kind of thing I spend all day in. And that's not to say that this doesn't take skill. And oftentimes it requires more skill than I'm comfortable putting in. You think of something like Flight Wings and you imagine just jumping off a cliff, sticking out your arms and gliding and having a great time. You could do it from a chair. But the reality is that it's finicky, it's tough getting around, and oftentimes you'll find yourself falling through the air, flapping quickly, and then flapping backwards like paddles in water, like you're trying to back, forth, up, down, trying to maneuver and get perfectly straight ahead. And I have no doubt that that improves over time. I bet you could get like amazing at this game and that would go away. You would just be a whiz. But that's not me right now, and that's not going to be most people. I think that this trailer really conveys to people that this is what the game is. Look at all these people gliding. You almost see none of the flapping of their hands. You wouldn't even know that it required flapping based on this trailer. But that really is like, it's everything. It's all of it. It's flapping up, down, forward, back, paddling in the air, trying to get to where you need to go. And again, that might go away once you're perfect at this game. But for me, asking too much of me. And while I appreciate the scope of the worlds that these guys are building and the mechanics that went into taking you from one world to another, the way they implement these portals, but it's drawn down, it's bogged down by this lack of finesse. These buttons you have to press when you want to initiate a game. Put your hand down on it, fine, it starts it, but it's this clunky thing. It's like Fezzik grabbing an apple, like it just kind of clumps down. There's nothing neat and smooth, just kind of slapping stuff, you know, to that button. If you put your hand down on it and press down, it raises your body up, which a lot of games do this, but a lot of games have jank, and that's jank. I'm sorry. I should not be able to grab something or even push down on something and have like the entire world, the universe around me lift and shift based on what I do with my tiny hand. It's got some cool world building. It's got some cool mechanics. The method by which you fly is fantastic. I mean, what are you gonna do? You gotta flap your wings. Fine. But through all of it, it seems like there's this needle they're trying to thread that's just imperfect at times. And I do believe they could make it better. They could improve upon this. This just came out. It's still in early access, minus the codes I'm giving away. Now, I mentioned this game isn't quite for me. It's not my thing. I'm more interested in exploratory, hardcore, battle-driven, more mature content. And that's not what this is. But my son loved it. So I'm going to give the microphone to him for just a second. This is my son Parker, and he spent a bunch of time playing the game. Parker, take it away.
I personally think it should be like a 10 because it's a really great game. There are some points where it's just unstable. When you're flying, it's just, you don't feel stable. You can't really balance.
You mean you don't have VR legs and you feel like you're going to fall over?
Yeah.
All right, and what was your favorite thing about the game?
All of it.
Great. And what was the thing that you didn't like? Perfect. And there you have it. So, my opinion plus his. You guys have been watching Bringhurst VR. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe and like this video. It helps the algorithm a ton. If you want this game and all these free codes I've shared here are taken, then you can find 10% off with a link below. And I have a website where nearly every single MetaQuest game available is always between 10 and 20% off depending on the time of the year. Thanks again. You guys have been watching Bringhurst VR. Godspeed.